If you were invited by someone, you're going to want to get back to them and give them a big hug and a kiss for inviting you today, because you're going to learn about this business called ONPASSIVE. And just one thing I like to add is, as you're listening to the presentation today and you're listening to the panelists, and there's a lot of information coming out, and you may feel like, geez, this doesn't sound like me. I've never been online. I don't use all these tools they're talking about. I've never had a business online. I've never tried to market online. I've never done network marketing. I don't own my own business. No worries. Rest assured, this business is for everybody. So don't let that scare you. Don't let the word, I'm going to have a team or there's going to be customers under me. Don't worry about it. It's all going to be taken care of by this wonderful business. So without further ado, I'm going to have our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Marty DeGarmo, take over. Enjoy, everybody. And Tish, I'll be introducing you when it's your turn, okay? Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Susie. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Saturday, the 8th of December. I can't believe it. Anyway, a little about myself and why you're here. Well, you know why you're here. You want to look at this phenomenal business that we're going to share with you. A little about myself. I'm 60 years old, soon to be 39. Anyway, and I've been online since 2004, and I wanted to make money. I was trying to find a way to make money. I wound up on disability, and a little extra money would definitely help. So I saw people making money online. At least I heard they were making money online. And I thought, well, if they can do it, I could do it too. So needless to say, about 8 or 9 years into this little escapade I called jumping from one shiny object to the next one, I found out that things were not quite what I was told. You know, I went into businesses, many of them, and you get in and they give you a nice website. They have some guru or whatever that's going to help you. And, you know, a lot of times take a course, it's free. When you're done, you'll be a master marketer. Then the next one comes up, we'll take this course, it's only $500. You need this to go with the last course you took, and so on. Then you find yourself, you're so wrapped up in it, you really don't want to quit now. You think, okay, I gotta, so you're chasing this stuff constantly. And I found out, no, what you really need to do is learn the skills on how to market. And I thought the gurus that I was following were going to show me that. And I found out the hard way, they cannot duplicate to you what they're doing. They can't pass it to you. You know, it's not what people think. Marketing is a weird animal. And so about 7 or 8 years later, I meet Mike and Mike also Dan Street. And eventually, you know, because I had the time, full time, I learned how to market and ran into Mike and Dan, and they were good at it also. So we teamed up. We had a lot in common. So we started trying to find the best business and build a team and help people make money. And different answer now. Second part of this is even, it feels worse to me. Once you learn the skills and you can find a business and you can get in, you can't bring anybody with you because you also can't duplicate what you learned. So you have all this whole team of people that have been in a week, a month, 1 year, 6 months. They work 2 jobs, single parent, taking care of their parents, whatever. They don't have time to learn all those skills, and we could not share what we knew. We tried, but it's just, you can't do it. So now we're on the other end of the spectrum where you can build a team. You can't bring anybody with you. And on top of that, you have to find a business that's going to be around more than 60 days, 90 days, and one that's going to pay fairly. And everybody gets an even pitch, you know? I mean, it's not like one guy gets a screwball, one guy gets a fastball. Everybody gets the same pitch, and it's fair for everyone. Well, I must have been in Wonderland or something because we went to many of them, and it just wasn't there. So eventually, about 18, 19 months ago, I was looking for a business that I was afraid didn't exist. And I ran into Peter Rogers and Red Redford. Red's here. I think Peter's here too. And I saw they were doing something. I asked him, "What are you doing?" And he shared it with me. And remember, the bar is very low. I want to get in something where I can make money and the people with me can make money. That's it. I mean, it's not brain surgery. It should be there. Needless to say, the business was ONPASSIVE. And when I saw what he had, I asked certain questions. Can I make money? Yes. Can the people with me that I invite to this make money? Yes. Is it unlimited amount of money? Yes. Is it global? Yes. I'm like, holy cow. Okay, so then, needless to say, I shared it with Dan and Mike, and we all three jumped in and built a team. But today, Mike's going to explain this to you so that you can walk away and go, oh my gosh, I do have a chance. I can make money, and this is for everybody. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis, my business partner, my friend. He will explain it to you much better than I can, and you'll have an idea of what's going on. Mike, let her rip.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. That was very, very good. You talked about a low bar, Marty, and really, ONPASSIVE is a very, very high bar. We've looked 12 years for something that we could get people involved with that they could make money, and we didn't find it until we found ONPASSIVE. So it's a very, very high bar when you're looking at an online business, but you're in the right place at the right time. As we talk about ONPASSIVE today, we're going to be talking about building wealth. That's why we're all here. Can you make money, and can you make it fairly quick? And the answer to that, and that's the question everybody has, the answer to that is absolutely. You can make money, and you can make a lot of money. ONPASSIVE has been developed by a gentleman by the name of Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh, he is the brain trust, the visionary behind ONPASSIVE. And if you're new to ONPASSIVE, and this is the first time you're hearing about ONPASSIVE, you're going to hear some really extraordinary things that have never been done offline, online. It is the genius behind Ash Mufareh and his team of technicians in India. They're about 600 strong right now. And this is where they make all the tools of ONPASSIVE, which we'll get into in just a little bit. As you come in and you're looking at any business online, there are a couple of things that are essential. They have to be there in order to continue to look at it. Number one, you have to have a massive market. It has to be global. And today, with ONPASSIVE, our market is 4.6 billion people. And that is a real market. There will be things in ONPASSIVE that each and every one of these individuals will want to use as ONPASSIVE launches to the world. So a large market, it's a must. And ONPASSIVE, it's massive, 4.6 billion people. The next thing is you don't want a company to put a cap on the amount of money you can make. And Marty, Dan, and I, we've been doing this a very, very long time. And I don't know of a company that once you started doing well, didn't have certain caveats. You had to do this, or you had to do this, or they're going to lower the amount you're making. ONPASSIVE, there are no caps. It is unlimited. The amount of money you can make with ONPASSIVE, it's astronomical. And as you learn more about ONPASSIVE, you're going to understand that what Ash Mufareh and his team have done, it is just a game changer when we're talking about your financial future. The next thing you want to look at a business, you want a business that has no qualifications. In other words, as you come in, they're not going to ask you to sell so much or recruit so much or share so much. And if you don't do that, they're not going to pay you. With ONPASSIVE, that's not the case, and you'll hear more about that as we move forward. There are no qualifications. As you come in and participate with ONPASSIVE, whatever lands underneath you, you get paid for it. That's really, really, really unique in the online industry. The last thing, as we look at ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. Those are the products of ONPASSIVE, and ONPASSIVE is primarily a customer-based business. and a product-based business. But the first one's really, really important. The AI is what makes OnPassive, it makes it 100% automated for us. And if you're looking at a business, most people don't have the skill sets to come online and develop and grow a business. But because of the AI technology, the artificial intelligence technology behind OnPassive, you can actually come in, start participating with OnPassive, and it is 100% automated. Really important that you understand as you come in, we are literally going to be paying OnPassive to build and grow our business. And the AI technology that Ash and his team have developed is the only way that can happen. So really, really important, whatever company you're in has artificial intelligence. And by the way, if you're not using artificial intelligence in your business today, you're behind the 8 ball. In the next 5 to 10 years, AI will take over everything. So as I came in and started to listen to Ash Mufareh, there were a couple of concepts that he explained to us that were really, really powerful. As we look at OnPassive, there are a lot of moving parts in OnPassive. I mean, a ton of them. OnPassive today is massive. But Ash has kept it very simple for us, those individuals that want to come in and participate and take care of those financial burdens that we've all had at one time or another. And he explained these 4 concepts, very, very simple. And if you understand how they integrate together, how they work together, how they work with artificial intelligence, you're going to get extremely happy really, really quick, because your future is going to change. The first concept that Ash talked about, it was as you come in and participate with OnPassive, it is a self-funding business. And all that means is you will go out of pocket once and you will never have to go out of pocket again. I've been in many, many businesses over the years, and I can tell you most of these businesses, as you come in, they will just milk you dry. You will pay month after month after month after month. But because of the structure of OnPassive, because of the pay plan of OnPassive, you will come into OnPassive, you will go out of pocket once, and you will never go out of pocket again. That first concept, when I heard it, I absolutely loved it, because we've been doing this so long and we've had so much money go out. It's refreshing that a company isn't going to try and milk you for everything you have. OnPassive, you pay once, you will never have to pay again. The next one, absolutely genius. I had never heard this before, online, offline. It is one of the reasons OnPassive is revolutionary. They're doing things that no other company has ever done in the world, in the history of the world. The next one, as you come in and participate, OnPassive is going to force you to make money. OnPassive is going to make sure that you make money. They are going to guarantee that you will make money. Now, I had never heard this in my entire life. No one has said this to me ever, ever, ever. And when I heard it, I didn't quite believe it. I absolutely loved it, but I just wasn't sure it was true. And as I looked at the numbers of OnPassive, how OnPassive is structured, how the pay structure is structured, yeah, it's a true statement. Ash can make that statement. He can guarantee it. He knows, I know, as you come into OnPassive and they launch, you will make money. Period. No caveats there. You will make money. So the second one was, it was just absolutely terrific when I understood it. The next one is, how are they going to bring all of these customers into OnPassive? And OnPassive is doing some unique things that again, no other company has ever done. OnPassive is going to drive traffic for us to build our business. And I've had a few people say, well, you know, that's nice. Maybe OnPassive will bring in a few customers and we'll make a little bit of money, and, you know, it's nice, but it's really not that big a deal. That is so wrong. And when you start to look at the traffic that OnPassive drives, it is extraordinary. About 6 months ago, Ash Mufareh and his team decided to crank on their traffic sources, and see how quickly they could bring in 1 million opt-ins. They did not put a time frame on it. Could be 3 months, 6 months, a year. They did not put a time frame on it. And in 4 days, they brought in 1 million opt-ins. Now, if you've ever tried to run traffic online, offline, get good qualified eyes in front of what you're doing, it's an extremely difficult thing to do. Marty, Dan, and I, we do it. We're pretty good at it, but ONPASSIVE blows us away. The kind of traffic that they're going to be driving for us to build our business, it really is extraordinary. And when we look at that traffic, when we look at the traffic they drove 6 months ago, it's really interesting. The artificial intelligence that they have today, obviously they did not use it 6 months ago. And when you marry those two things together, the artificial intelligence and the traffic, I believe they're going to be able to bring in 1 million opt-ins, not in 4 days, but in 2 days or 1 day or 12 hours. And that's where the volume starts to come in with ONPASSIVE. And I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. The amount of volume the amount of business, the amount of volume business that ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for us is just going to be, it's going to be over the moon. And because of that, our business is going to grow exponentially. And when that happens, our financial bottom line is going to grow exponentially. I'll give you one more example of the kind of traffic ONPASSIVE is going to be driving. And this happened about 2 weeks ago. Marty, Dan, and I, we had a couple of videos that Ash Mufareh saw. And Ash said, well, you know, we're going to drive a little traffic for you all and just run some traffic through your videos. And Marty, Dan, and I, well, that's great, Ash. You know, that'll be terrific. We usually get between 3,000 and 8,000 views per video. We thought, well, maybe this one will get 10,000. These 2 videos will get 10,000 a video. We were way off the mark. When Ash started to drive a little bit of traffic, we had 250,000 views in 4 days. That's never happened to us before. And it's all because of the traffic that Ash Mufareh and his team are driving. Great quality traffic, getting good qualified eyes in front of what we're doing. And eventually, as ONPASSIVE launches and the products are launched out there, these individuals will be coming in, they'll love it, they'll pay, they'll join, and they'll pay. And obviously, when they start to pay, we get paid. That brings me to the customer side of ONPASSIVE. Obviously, if you've got a company, you've got to have a customer and a product. And the customers, as we look at ONPASSIVE, again, 4.6 billion people around the globe. These individuals could be K through 12. They could be colleges. They could be small, medium, large size businesses. They could be governments. They could be personal use. And ONPASSIVE is a total online solution for all these individuals. And I believe these individuals, because of the products of ONPASSIVE, because they are proprietary, built from the ground up, cutting edge technology at a lower price point, will come in, they'll use these products, and they will never leave. And they will pay a monthly fee. That's really, really important to understand, because as soon as a customer comes in, lands under you, and pays a monthly fee, you now have a residual income. And because of the sheer volume of ONPASSIVE, that residual income will grow to a point where you not only have residual income, but you have walk-away money. And obviously, that's where we all want to be. We want to build that wealth to a point where we don't think about finances. This is what ONPASSIVE is doing. As we look at the customer side of ONPASSIVE, what are the products that ONPASSIVE is going to be releasing to the world? They started out with an automated marketing platform, and in this automated marketing platform were all the tools we need to market online, whether it's a page builder, whether it's a domain name, whether it's a funnel builder, whether it's a communication module, whether it's traffic, whether it's HR, an HR module, a human resource module. All of these tools built from the ground up, proprietary, better than anything that's online. And as people come in and use these tools, they are going to love them. Why? They're going to love them because it makes their job easier, number one, and it makes their bottom line better. Again, everybody's looking at that bottom line. They want to make money. So the tools of ONPASSIVE are just extraordinary. And as you come in and learn more about ONPASSIVE and the tools of ONPASSIVE, you're going to find that ONPASSIVE, as you come in and learn more, it just gets better and better and better. So how do we all come in and participate with ONPASSIVE? Today there is a position, it is a founding position, it is a $97 position, and this $97, all it does is it locks you into the company of ONPASSIVE, and it locks you into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. That's all the $97 does. It also gives you the ability between now and the launch of ONPASSIVE to actually build a team. And there are some tangible benefits to building a team in ONPASSIVE. But again, ONPASSIVE, 100% automated. You do not have to do that. If you are a team builder, if you have that inclination, that talent, that's great. Go for it. You'll see the benefits as I talk a little bit more about ONPASSIVE. But if you're not a team builder, if you don't have the experience online to do that, maybe this is your first day online. It doesn't matter. We will all get to that point because of ONPASSIVE to take care of those financial needs and to get to that place where we have walkaway money. That's what ONPASSIVE was made for. So as we look at ONPASSIVE and it launches, what happens? The founding members will come in, they'll come in, and we will all come into ONPASSIVE as customers as they launch to the world. There is one membership level. We will come in and pay that membership level. This membership level is the fee that you will pay once and you will never go out of pocket again. It is a monthly fee, but the monthly fee will be paid from the proceeds of ONPASSIVE. In other words, the profits of ONPASSIVE. This is how ONPASSIVE is structured. This is how the pay plan is structured. It's structured in a way so you only have to go out of pocket once. Absolutely love that about ONPASSIVE. And again, no qualifications. Anything that lands underneath you, it's yours. So we'll come in, we'll pay the membership level. That fee will be between $100 and $250. I do not know what it is yet. Ash has not shared that, but I do know it's between $100 and $250, one-time payment. Once we do that, we will go in the back office, we will click a button, and we will become independent resellers of the IT product. Don't let that scare you, resellers of the IT product. Don't let it scare you. It is a title that we have to have in order for ONPASSIVE to pay us and stay in good standing with all the regulators around the world. So that's how we will come into ONPASSIVE, click that button, become an independent reseller of the IT product, and we are set up to start being paid by ONPASSIVE as they launch to the world and start bringing in massive amounts of customers into ONPASSIVE. Let's stick with the volume theme of ONPASSIVE. It's really, really important to understand how much volume ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing in as they launch to the world. Today, we're doing a webinar on Zoom, and Zoom uses a very, very old technology. They've wrapped it up, put a bow on it, thrown it out there, and they've done very, very well. Zoom is one of the big dogs on the block. There are about 200 million people that come in and do a Zoom every single day. Their timing was really, really good. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. When ONPASSIVE launches to the world with this one product, and this one product is in the communication module, which will just blow you away if I explain that whole thing. But we'll just talk about the one product, the webinar platform of ONPASSIVE. I believe as ONPASSIVE launches to the world in a year's time, I'm not sure Zoom will be in business. And that's a massive statement. That's a really, really bold statement. But because the products of ONPASSIVE are brand new cutting edge technology, because the price point is lower than anything that's out there, and there are 25 other webinar platforms online today, I believe at the end of the year, the majority of these platforms will not be in business because of the quality of the product, the webinar product of ONPASSIVE. Again, brand new cutting edge technology. They didn't go out and get old technology and just put a bow on it. Their tech team in India, they came up with a brand new technology that will blow you away. These individuals will come in, they'll use the webinar product of ONPASSIVE, and it's a done deal. And I believe that they will come in by the tens of millions. If we look at this one product and we extrapolate it over a year, I believe ONPASSIVE would be a unicorn company in 1 year. And a unicorn company is a company that has a value of $1 billion. Now that is so unique and so rare. In fact, it's never been done before. A company coming into business and in 1 year becoming a unicorn company worth $1 billion. When we add the other 49 products of ONPASSIVE, and that's about how many products ONPASSIVE is coming out with. When we add these other products with the webinar service, ONPASSIVE, the day they launch, and we already know this is going to happen, the day they launch, they will be a unicorn company, a multi-unicorn company. We believe the day they launch, they'll be worth about $3 billion. This has never been done in the history of the world. It's never been done in business. ONPASSIVE, again, is the first. Again, that's why they're revolutionary. And it's all because of the brain trust in India, the visionary of Ash Mufareh, what they've done, how they put this company together. And as we look at ONPASSIVE, you know, Ash Mufareh, when he started to build ONPASSIVE, one of his main goals was to take the 97% of people that come online and fail. And those are just the numbers. I don't know why they fail, but they do. And turn that number around and make it 97% of the people that come online will succeed. Not only was that his goal, but now he can guarantee it. So as we look at the sheer volume of people that are going to be coming into ONPASSIVE, just with the one product, the webinar platform, there will be tens of millions of people coming in just for that. When you add everything else, the numbers they're pretty staggering, but it's that volume that is going to land underneath you that you're going to get paid from that's going to make you the money. Let me get into the pay structure just very, very quickly. The pay structure I really can't talk about because Ash Mufareh doesn't want us to. It's proprietary. He does not want our competition to get wind of anything that we're doing. But I can tell you how we're going to get paid very, very quickly. All of this volume that's coming in is going to land under all of us. So as ONPASSIVE launches to the world, they're going to take the traffic, they're going to bring in the customers, those customers are going to go right underneath us. They will also bring in independent resellers of the ITE product to build our teams. But those customers will land right underneath us, and we get paid for that. No caveats, no qualifications. You don't have to buy, you don't have to sell, you don't have to recruit. When that volume lands underneath you, you get paid from it. And over time, it is going to be a massive amount of volume. Now, if you're a builder, again, the same thing applies. They're going to drive traffic, they're going to bring customers in, that volume is going to land underneath you. But if you have a team, it's also going to land under those individuals, and because they're part of your team, you also get paid for that volume. Again, building a team will help you cut time frames, but over time, we will all get to that place where we're financially independent and we can walk away. That's where we all want to be. So as we talk about ONPASSIVE, I want to talk about one other thing that Ash Mufareh has done, and this really is intertwined throughout ONPASSIVE, and it's the genius behind Ash Mufareh and what he's done with ONPASSIVE. And we're going to talk about the customers very, very quickly, and then I'll hand it back over to Marty. I believe 80% of the customers, 80% of the people that come into ONPASSIVE will be customers. And they're going to come in because of the things I've talked about. Superior product, lower price point, makes their work easier, makes their bottom line better. And this 80%, they've got a pretty good budget. They're not going to have a problem at all paying the monthly fee. And they'll come in, they'll love the products, they'll buy them, they'll use them, and they'll pay the monthly fee. That is so good for us because that monthly fee, again, makes our income a residual income. But there's another group out there, maybe it's 20%, maybe it's only 10%, I'm not sure what. But those individuals, as they come in, they're going to come in, look at the product, they're absolutely going to love it, they're going to buy it, and they're going to use it. And they're going to pay the monthly fee. But with them, it's a little different. Their budget is a little tighter. I don't know if you've ever been there. I have been. It's not a very good feeling. And they're just not sure if they're going to be able to pay it month to month to month, even though they want the tools and they absolutely love them. Here's what Ash has done. These individuals, as they come in, use the tools and pay the monthly fee, over time, the cost of those tools will go down. Over time, the cost of those tools will be zero. And here's the kicker. Over time, ONPASSIVE is going to pay them to use the tools. I believe as these individuals, both the 80% and the 20% come into ONPASSIVE, they will never leave. What Ash and his team have done, they've done it better than any other business that I've ever seen or heard of. And because the products are as good as they are, these individuals will come in and they will never leave. And Ash Mufareh, with all of these products, he always gives them a reason to stay. Yes, the products are superior, but there's always something else that he's putting out there that people absolutely love. As you look at ONPASSIVE, yes, there are a lot of moving parts. And as you come in and join, pay the $97, become a founding member, you are going to learn more. And that's terrific. I recommend everybody come in and continue to explore and discover all the things about ONPASSIVE. But keep it very, very simple initially. Think about those 4 concepts: self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customers, and then the sheer volume that's going to be coming in with ONPASSIVE. And when you think about ONPASSIVE, Ash Mufareh, if he were in front of you, he would tell you flat out, ONPASSIVE was not only made for me, but it was made for you to take care of that bottom line, to give you the ability to live that lifestyle perhaps you've only dreamt about, and get to that place where you have true liberty and freedom, and you have mobility to pretty much do whatever you want to do. That's a really, really great place to be. I believe the founding members of ONPASSIVE, as we launch, I believe we will all get there over time. And again, I'm not talking years. This is going to happen very, very quickly because of ONPASSIVE, the way it's structured, pay plan, all of that stuff. So come on in, keep it simple, get excited, because your life is about to change in major, major ways. Marty, I'm going to hand it back over to you and take it wherever you want.
Thanks,
If you're
Mike.
there.
Outstanding, man. Outstanding as usual. Over 650 people here. Very good. Yeah, like Mike said, you know, he had brought up that it looks like this company will launch as a unicorn company. And people hear that and most people say, I don't know what that means. Well, it's a company that's worth $1 billion. And I'm going to give you a little bit of perspective of how big this is for a company to launch at that level. Google took 5 years to make $1 billion. Facebook took 6 years. Spotify, we all know what that is, 8 years. Dropbox, 10 years. Netflix, 10 years. Apple took 14 years. Microsoft took 15 years. Intel, 16 years, which drives your computer. Walt Disney took 69 years, and IBM took 79 years. That puts a little bit of perspective, and they're big boys they're the big ones on the block. And it took them years and years. All we remember is, oh, there's the Apple phone. But there was a big mountain they had to climb before that came out. There was other phones that were way more popular not too long ago. So yeah, it's a big, big deal to be part of a company that you could be in the unicorn company from the very get-go. Also, last weekend, they sent some Indians went to one of the offices in Hyderabad, India. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen and show it if I can. I'll be quick. Because some people say, well, do you have an office? Well, here you go. It's 5 stories. It'll hold about 1,000 to 1,500 tech people. And it's got about anywhere from 400 to 500 now, maybe a little more. And by the very start of 2021, they're going to bring it up to 1,000. This is one building for what's going to be the biggest tech business in the world. And there'll be many of them all over the world. That's just one floor with all the tech people. There's hundreds. And they're working on what we're talking about today. That's what they're working on. All right, let me go back. Let's see if I can move this. That's one of the gentlemen in the leadership council. He was flown there, 5-star, getting flowers when he got there. They picked him up. They took him to the hotel they had for him. The hotel was 2 buildings over. Fantastic. They had a great time. That's inside his room. That's outside it, just the bus stop. ONPASSIVE is behind it. Pretty wild stuff. Here's a newspaper clipping from India. Hyderabad, US-based ONPASSIVE, a provider of predictive intelligent business solution, automated solution, opened its facility in India. High-tech city, it's called. Hyderabad, the campus will serve as a head office for India operations. And that's India, we're global. So you ain't seen nothing yet, that's for sure. That's one of the conference rooms. Actually, during this conference, they were talking with us here in the United States and all over the world. So we could, that's us there in a Zoom, which is soon going to be gone, I think. So that's at night. It's beautiful. I just want to, okay. And so it's fantastic. It's huge. If you're looking to make money online, this is the thing. Get the information. We have other guest speakers here that have been in. They have the reason why they're in, and it's pretty exciting. First, I'm going to go to Red Redfern. He's doing all the Q&A. I've been looking at some of them. Seems like there was a lot, but pretty good ones. Anyway, Red, what do you got, buddy?
Yep. Okay, 3 really that pertain to new people here. There's been many, as you've seen. I've tried to answer the majority of them. But as far as new people are concerned who are watching this, these might be helpful to you. The first one was, if I have no one in my team when we launch, do I still make money? That's a very important question, and one lots and lots of people do ask. The answer to that is yes, you do. As Mike said, this company is 100% automated. We are actually paying ONPASSIVE to market our domain name, our links to the general public. And we are paying them to do this by them using their traffic, which is part of what we are paying them to do. These people will then come into your team either as a customer or a reseller. You will then make commissions off them using the products, and that is how you get paid. The campaigns that the company are going to do are the traffic campaigns, and these are on a rotating basis. So everybody will win. If you've got nobody in your team when we launch, you will have. It just takes more time. And if you want to cut that time period down for you to earn residual income more quicker, then all you have to do is share this business with other people and grow a team before we launch. As simple as that. But the general, the answer to the question is, no, you don't have to have anybody in your team because the company will grow your team. And yes, you will make money from it. Another question we had is, if I sign up today, do I have to pay now or when we launch? There is an advantage to signing up now and paying now. That locks you in with your time stamp into the company payment system. The earlier you do this, the higher up that system you will be. And it was more beneficial to you to do it now before we launch. And don't forget, people, once we launch to the world, that's it. There is no more founder positions. We finish. You'll only be a reseller, okay? And the last one is, do I only have to pay $97 once? The answer to that is no, you don't. The $97 is for your founder's fee. This is what you are paying to become a founder. After that, when we launch to the world, everybody, regardless of the size of your team, if you have 0 or you have 1,000 or 100,000 in your team, everybody pays for their first month. Subsequently, after that, if you have a minimum of 3 people or more in your team, when you hit month 2, then you don't have to pay the subscriptions because your profit from the commissions of people within your team pay for that monthly subscription. Anyway, Marty, that's the 3 that I've got. I have many more, but they are mainly for existing founders. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Red. Thanks a lot. As you know, on all these Zooms, when you come, that the person that leads it off is Susie McRae. Susie's here with a special guest, her sister. I don't know if we should have 2 McRaes in one room, but we're going to attempt it. And here's Susie McRae.
Hey, I want to make sure, Tish, you unmute yourself and unmute your video too. Here she comes.
Here
Yeah.
I am.
There she is. Well, listen, Marty, you say to have tumor craze. There's 7 kids in our family. So we were always like the 9 and with my parents, and try being in a gathering with all of us, because
And we're all on passive.
yeah, and we're all in ONPASSIVE. So I'm going to introduce my sister Tish, because I know I have a few things to say about her before she tells about why she jumped on board. And Tish is a go-getter. She is one of the most dedicated, hardworking, strongest woman I know. She is an acupuncturist, has her own business in Huntington, Long Island, where she takes very good care of anyone who comes to see her. She also started her own business, a food item, which she may talk about. And also, she is not one time, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
You always say this.
I know. Well, I'm so proud of this, and she won't tell you. She is a 2-time Ironman. 2 times she's an Ironman. And if you don't know what an Ironman is, go Google it. She actually went with 2 other men to Switzerland, and they didn't finish, but guess who finished? Tish McCrae. So this woman, I am so excited. She was the first one in the family that I shared the business with. She jumped right on board. Tish, let's hear a little bit about this. I'm so glad you were able to join us today. I love you, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
She has built a team under herself too, just by talking to friends. That's it. Okay, go ahead, Tish.
Okay, so thanks for that lovely introduction. I hope I live up to it. I think it was about a year ago you came to me and you came to the family and you gave me a synopsis of the company, and right away I could tell this was going to be something great. It was such a reasonable amount to be a founder. I dove right in. I kind of did things backwards. I dove in, became a founder, and then really sunk my teeth into it and really got to understand what it's going to offer and what it can do for me. So Susie did say that I have another business besides my acupuncture. It's just a small healthy snack company, but I have been struggling over the years. A lot of the reason I struggle is because I'm also working another job, but it's also I don't have the financial backing that a lot of companies have to pay for things that now ONPASSIVE will do for me automatically, which is why it's so huge. ONPASSIVE is going to give me this leg up that I have desperately needed for the past at least 5 years. And I'll give you an example. So as it is now, I have my website with Squarespace. I have my email and my domain name with GoDaddy. My shopping cart is with Stripe. It's like I have to shop in all these different places for all these things to run this business, and I have to pay them all the time for these services. ONPASSIVE is going to give me all of this in one place. I'll pay one fee, and that'll be it. It will be so streamlined. I'm just so looking forward to it. I've even come down off my yearly payments to monthly payments on these other products, so that as soon as ONPASSIVE launches, I can jump my business right over there and really take advantage of everything it's going to have to offer. Also, another thing, so the artificial intelligence, what Mike was talking about, that is huge for people who want an online presence. It's just huge, and you have to pay for it. If you're a little guy like me, there's something called search engine optimization, SEO. So I never got to pay anyone to help me do that. That's when you pay somebody, they're charged money for tag words. It's so when somebody punches into Google, my business will come up pretty quickly. So the more you pay and the more words you have and the more you have somebody work the system, the faster your name will come up and the more likely somebody is to find you and order from you. I never had the money to do that. It was thousands of dollars, and I'm doing this all on a shoestring budget. So another example of that whole artificial intelligence funneling customers to me, how that's going to help is, for instance, I went on Amazon, oh gosh, it must be 3-4 years ago. And they also have the system where you have to pay for these tag words, and it's the same rigmarole. It's exhausting if you can even figure it out. I finally got on. I was on that thing for an entire year. Not one sale. Not one stinking sale when I was on Amazon. I lost money. So I came off that. So when Susie started telling me about this business, this ONPASSIVE, I was just, my eyes were bugging out. I was like, this is the leg up that I need. I'm the little guy, and I'm the one that Ash is going to help. This Ash guy, I'm telling you, he's the real deal. His philosophy about getting like-minded people and optimistic people into this business, that's real, and that is definitely how it should be. Because I'm a firm believer that like attracts like. And if we all are in it with the same vision and the same enthusiasm and helping the little guy, it can't not succeed. It just can't. So I just think it's going to be, I think it's really going to be a great thing. And I would encourage you, even if you don't want to do another business, you just want to be a founder and kick back like a few of my siblings. I don't want to know, just tell me when I get money. And you can do that. I'm also going to be a reseller because I believe in the company. So I'm going to be, I've gotten friends in it, and they're kind of waiting until it launches. Some of them are founders. And that's fine, no pressure, but they're going to see. So that's my story.
Thanks, Tish. You were great. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
good.
Thumbs up.
Fantastic. Fantastic, Tish. Thank you for sharing that today. I'm going to go to Marina. She's the superstar of South Africa. She has a person she invited here, and it's only fitting that she introduces this person. Marina, it's all yours.
I don't know if I pronounced her surname correctly. I'm going to give it a try. Motlabi from Pretoria, South Africa. She is a little firecracker, I promise you. This girl is going places. She led up a team. If you watch my YouTube video that I shared across the different social media, they did a dance in South Africa. We've got a song called Jerusalema, and there's a special dance that goes with it. It looked like the achy breaky heart, if that brings back memories to people. But they all got their team together, dressed in the ONPASSIVE cap and t-shirts, and they did this great dance, and she was leading it. And it was really in celebration of our offices opening in Hyderabad, and when the leaders all went there with their partners and had a great time, and they decided to have a party here in South Africa to show their appreciation and excitement for the new office. So Rose, I've got nothing more to say. I'm leaving it up to you. Welcome.
Thank you, Marina. Can you hear me?
Yes, and you're looking lovely with your cap. Awesome. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to see you guys. And good evening, good morning, good afternoon to the other parts of the world. When God says yes, nobody will say no. I feel honored and privileged to be part of this meeting. My excitement, love, and passion for being part of this movement is contagious. I wear ONPASSIVE, as you can see. I sleep ONPASSIVE. I walk tall with my chin up because what we see has never existed before. My name is Rose Motlabi from South Africa. I registered as being a founder on the 26th of June 2019, around the time when ONPASSIVE decided to move its offices from Kolkata, India to Bangalore, India, under the sponsorship of my dear sister friend, Mapefo Malupi. I want to officially thank her in this meeting. If it was not because of her push for me to attend the brief meeting I was invited to, I wouldn't have bothered to attend. Thank you, my dear sister. I was able to secure my position as a VIP founder, the status that no one could have given unto me in my entire life. I want to take this opportunity to reflect back when Marty Digamo, in one of the founders exclusive webinar meeting, once said, every founder has a story to tell. Yes, I have a story to tell. A story about the company I will die for. I looked at my age, years remaining for me to retire, peanuts of rents I will receive when go on pension. Then I started to panic and realized that I will be left with nothing after closing all debts accumulated through my employment journey. I then started to shop around in preparation for my retirement because I knew will not survive with the peanuts of rents I will receive from my employer when I go on pension. I visited the property real estate to inquire of their industry, even though I had doubts if it will work for me, more especially embarking on a new thing like that. Around June 2019, like I indicated, that's when I happened to know about this amazing movement called ONPASSIVE. On the day of the brief meeting, I just fell in love immediately with ONPASSIVE when benefits as a founder were outlined on the computer screen. You know, there is so much to talk about ONPASSIVE, right from day one of its existence. ONPASSIVE has been very consistent from day one, ever since it created a path of those who will be interested and excited about its business model, the Go Founders. ONPASSIVE has been sending its founders updates via email, and it still does. ONPASSIVE has been inviting its founders to Zoom meetings without fail. I remember trying to log in the first time in 2019. I couldn't because of the technicality of the technology, but I ended up managing to attend the meetings because of the simplicity of the technology, of their technology now. Ever since then, I never skipped even a single meeting because they are very informative. I have a strong faith that assures me that ONPASSIVE is here to change my life, your life, for better. ONPASSIVE will add an impact on people's lives. ONPASSIVE will put a smile on people's faces. ONPASSIVE will reunite families. ONPASSIVE will change the way things online have been done. ONPASSIVE is a game changer. Poverty, accumulation of debts in people's households will come to pass. Indeed, ONPASSIVE is a gift from God. We thank God to have chosen Ash Mufare to be the captain of this cruise boat. We are dead sure he will not lose control for us to sink in the sea. He is given all the tools to ensure that we arrive safely. All what he needs from us is the 100% support structure. Indeed, the burning globe will continue to be a continuous light throughout the journey we are in. We can all see that. The remarkable event that took place at Hyderabad, India, will forever be remembered. We congratulated all nominees who left their families during this trying time to avail themselves on behalf of all founders worldwide. We could see their excitement, sense of ownership, and sense of belonging from their faces. We celebrated with them in spirit from various countries, as some of you saw the South African dance move posted on Facebook and other groups. We did that out of passion, love, and in support for our beloved Indian brothers and sisters. We are indeed enjoying the ride. Whoever does not see and feel the mood, you better get up and start participating. Do not allow your mind to idle, because you will end up asking this question: when is the launch? Us injecting our minds with fruitful information from these webinars, we do not have time. We do not have time to look at the ticking of the clock, because we are extremely busy. Yes, you may be hungry right now, but let us all learn to exercise our patience. To build a genuine turnkey company like ONPASSIVE is not a child's play. You cannot take chances as if you are playing with marbles. By the time you present the food on the table for people to eat, this food must be appealing and with good appetizing smell. So, may we all have one heart, one spirit, to allow our CEO, Eshmofara, to do his final preparations of the delicious meal that we will all enjoy. Stay tuned and keep smiling in it to crush it big time with Eshmofara. Over to you, Marty. Thank you very much. Love you all.
Rose, that was outstanding. Make sure you come back. Outstanding. Great,
Yeah, Rose,
great,
it's
webinar.
like you were a president of a country giving your speech. You know, it was really awesome. Thank you for that, and we really appreciate and honor you for the journey that you are on and the passion that you've shown with ONPASSIVE, for ONPASSIVE.
Hey, I'm going to close this out with Rose was just outstanding, and one thing I got from her is her belief. And I think that's the key word that I'd like to express to all the people that are even considering this opportunity, is the belief. I'll tell you, mine gets stronger and stronger every day, and I've been with this company for 20 months. Mike, Marty, and I started this out 20 months ago when Marty introduced it. And one thing I've got to say is that the belief that you have in something, and the belief that you have that it is for real, that it is real products, is real ownership, transparent leadership from the top, and Ashmi Farah, and all the way through is key to looking at any opportunity and the success that you might be wanting to have with any opportunity. We've had the incredible opportunity over the months to not only listen to those people that want to join this company and pay the $97, but also for the people that, the founders that, and the people that we have we have developed relationships with. We've been able to listen to them, to encourage them, to serve them and give to them, and help them to tell others about this incredible opportunity that does exist. And I'll tell you something, if you're interested at all in this opportunity, please get with the person that brought you to this, because procrastination, as Jim Rohn would say, procrastination is the biggest killer of success. And every founder here is going to achieve incredible success, and we want the same for you. So please join us and do anything you can to get all the information. I mean, we've expressed it all today to you. Mike did an incredible job. Trila with her sign, and Susie and her sister Trish, and of course Marty and Marina and Rose. Oh my gosh, that was an incredible presentation, Rose. So we've given you everything you need to make a decision. And for $97, let me tell you something, it will change your life.